Hey you guys, so I have a message for a few of you out there, and I really do hope that this kind of helps you see your situation in a different way, because that is what is going to really help the changes that you've been looking for. Okay, so I'm really picking up on this energy where, so you know how like a woman is pregnant and she is past her due date and she has to go and get induced. That's the energy that I'm picking up on in this reading. Some of you have been holding on to a prayer or holding on to a idea or a desire. You've been holding on to this thing that you really want to have. You've been holding on to it and you've been just kind of holding it, and there has been no type of birth. You haven't really seen this come to fruition. And some of you also may feel kind of like trapped in your mind, like, what am I doing wrong? What am I not seeing clearly? Why is it taking so long? Like, I feel like you're asking certain questions to the universe and it's not really making complete sense. Okay, and so if that's your situation, I really feel like you're literally on the verge of receiving whatever it is that you've been asking for. Okay, and I know sometimes like we hear like you're about to break through, you're about to get, you know, to the other side. We hear that all the time, but I feel like some of you are holding on to like two different ideas that they're in conflict with one another. Okay, so it's like if you want to be in a relationship or you want to have a certain amount of money, but then you also have this idea where you don't deserve it, how is that going to come to you? You know, like you have to really pick a side. And that's what Spirit has been showing me over the last like few weeks. Like, you're gonna talking about me. If you want something, it's not that you can't have it, but you need to be firm in that decision and you need to stay and stand on that. All right, like I've been talking about that in my last message, like standing on your choices that you're making. Okay, and sometimes like we need these experiences to make it more clear about what it is that we really want. Okay, and I feel like so much is trying to come towards you, and some of you are starting to notice that old prayers that you've prayed, old situations that you have dwelled on, like they're coming to fruition now. And it's so funny because like it's just so crazy how the universe uses all of these different examples and all these different people to really like remind you of who you are, you know, like it's just so crazy. I was in the shower yesterday and I was just, you know, in this energy of just kind of thinking about my life, and I was, you know, happy. I'm in a good mood. And I was kind of thinking about like my shower drain, because it's been draining very slowly. And I'm like, man, I wish my drain, and I just said this to myself, like not really thinking anything of it, but I was like, I wish my drain was working. And it's so funny because I've been trying everything to kind of fix it and nothing's been working. And so I went on about my day. Later on I get a call from maintenance. Now I don't call maintenance. I used to call them like back in the day, but I don't call them anymore because it's just it's like a hit or miss. You know, they don't always come when I need them. Like they're not very reliable. So I get a call from them randomly, and this doesn't happen. This doesn't happen, but I get a call, and the maintenance guy, it's a new guy, he's like, I'm new here and I noticed that, you know, you have this old work order for some lights, and he was like, can I come by and fix that? And I was like, yes. And so he came by, he fixed it. His energy like was very positive. It was just completely different than what the vibe is normally. So he comes by, he fixes it, and he's like, yeah, this should have been taken care of months ago, and I'm sorry that it took so long, but I'm here now. Like he was saying all of these, you know, just real good customer service, that type of thing. And so he was like, is there anything else I can help you with? And I was like, yeah, can you look at my tub because it's draining slow? And so long story short, my drain is fixed, draining like it should. but also like looking at that situation from a spiritual perspective. Like some of you have been like overdue. That's the energy I'm really picking up on. Like overdue for something to happen in your life. And I know like sometimes it's not always clear to us like what we need to do, and sometimes like we do have to go through certain processes. But for whoever I'm talking to, it's just like it's a shift in your mindset. I feel like that's what's gonna cause this overflow of abundance, or overflow of old prayers that you prayed, manifestations. Like a lot is trying to come in for you right now, okay? And it's just it's a quick shift is what I'm noticing. And for me, what I've seen is that Spirit's been really like reminding me to let go of that BS that just doesn't go with what I'm trying to do right now. If it doesn't make sense with where I'm at in my life, it doesn't make sense for me to think like this, or to be around this type of person, or to invite these people back into my life at this time, then what am I going back and forth with? If I know that I'm not in that same energy as I used to be in, then why am I still like attaching myself to that? So for some of you, it's a very quick shift in how you're thinking about your situation. And what helped me was doing this burning and releasing, okay? Like, I don't know how this works, but if you are really ready to let go of some of these repeated situations that you've been dealing with, try a burn and release, okay? You write down your situation, just like a little piece of paper. Write it down, what you're releasing, what you're letting go of, and burn it. And you have to really be like all in, mind, body, and soul. Like you have to be ready to let go of whoever or whatever the situation was that was holding you back, because at the end of the day, you do deserve whatever it is that you've been asking for. You deserve that. It's not that you don't, but certain things are going to have to be removed. Certain people are going to have to leave your life, leave your situation, because where you're going and what you're doing, like you're going to want to be lighthearted. You're going to want to feel, you're going to want to move easily. Okay, you don't want all of this extra baggage around you holding you back. And sometimes the baggage is just mental. Sometimes it's physical as certain people, but for a lot of you, it's just a mental situation that you've been holding on to. So when you're really ready, you're tired of saying the same story, or, watching all of these readings and these messages and hearing about how this person misses you and they're going through all their situations. Like when you're tired of hearing that, that's when you start to, wake up. And so this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Like, you don't have to keep taking on that old situation. You don't have to keep telling yourself the same story, because it's starting to get played out. I feel like there's a much easier way for you to have whatever it is that you want. Some of you, it's going to be different for everybody. For some of you, this is about money. This is about a relationship, a place that you want to move to, whatever it is. Nothing is off limits here. All right. Nothing is off limits. All right. That's one of the blessings about being alive, being on earth. Like, nothing is off limits. The sky is the limit. You can have what you want, but do you know that you can have what you want? Do you know that? So you have to keep reminding yourself if you don't. I want to see, because I have a few cards here. First card out is Victory. All right, Victory. It came out with this Jug card. This one says lighthearted, carefree time. Okay. And then the next card after that is Never Ending Story. All right. And that one is clarified by Carriage. And it says a journey, either physical or mental. And on this card, I wrote time travel, new thoughts. So I definitely get this energy where it's time for you to start resonating with new thoughts. If your situation has been the same and you're not getting the results that you want, and you're just tired of being sick and tired. That's what I'm tired of being sick and tired. You're tired of that situation. Like, it's time to switch it up. That's what Spirit is saying here. And you have the power to do that. And in this card, there's a mirror that's right next to her. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There's a mirror like right next to her. And she has it she's put it down. She's not even looking at herself. And I wrote on this card, what am I missing? And I wrote repeated situations. So for some of you, it's something internal. Tell me about this never-ending story. Spirit, tell me about never-ending story. What is that about? Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups reverse. So for some of you, this is definitely about a love situation. You may feel like you overextend yourself, or you give more than you're getting in return. You have to stop that, okay? And I know that, you know, sometimes that's easier said than done, but, you know, where do you fit in this situation? If you're the one who's always getting the short end of the stick, if you're the one who's always hurting after you've, you know, given your love to this person or the situation, where do you fit in it? Where is your love at? Something has been out of balance for a while. You've been giving yourself out too much. You've been giving your love away too easily, frequently. You don't deserve that. I don't know what exactly your situation is, but whatever you've been giving to emotionally, it has not been a fair trade of energy. It has not been balanced, and it's time to really pay attention to that. And I'm also seeing, you know, sometimes it's not as obvious, you know, that this exchange of emotion isn't fair or isn't balanced. It hasn't been obvious for some of you, but if you take some time to kind of look at yourself and look at your situation and be completely honest about how you feel about what's going on, you're gonna see where the issue is. There's something that you're doing. Tell me more about that, Spirit, because I know sometimes it's hard to like look in the mirror and see that you're, you know, you need to check yourself. It's hard sometimes to check yourself, but at the end of the day, if that's what it takes for me to get what I want, then I'm gonna keep checking myself. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm just gonna keep checking myself until I get it right. Tell me more about this. Let's see what else comes out. Never-ending story. Tell me more. Never-ending story. Three of Swords came out reverse. I'm tired of getting my heart broken. I'm tired of that. That's what I feel like you said to a person, or you're saying to a situation. I'm tired of that. Somebody had like a huge epiphany, a huge wake-up call. Like, I'm not going through this ever again. All right, it's a new thought. So this is what's taking place. So you're starting to see even clearer. Okay, yeah. And then we have the Three of Wands that's coming up. Three of Wands here. Okay, it's coming. Tell me about this Three of Wands. What's coming in? You can feel it. That's what I'm seeing. You can feel this change. You feel the change in the air. You did it. You've done it. There's a boundary up. Okay, you have placed a healthy boundary around what it is that you want in your situation, what it is that you want in love. You have a clear boundary up. Okay, and this is like so great to see, because now you're in this energy where you know how to give your time and give your energy in a healthy way. Okay, so you're definitely attracting a mutual partner. Okay, tell me about this, because I see this card here. It says exchanging gifts, sharing ideas, and then I wrote mutual energy, giving and receiving, sharing is caring. So you guys are in that energy. You're connecting with a partner right now. Okay, because I definitely feel like this is love. But let's see. Definitely keep listening to your intuition, because you guys are stepping into the next level. Okay, especially if you've been, you know, taking time to get even more clear about what it is that you want. Yeah. Page of Swords is here. So there's some type of new idea, new communication, yeah. The tables have turned in your favor. Okay, I have the Wheel of Fortune here. So you can expect things to work out in such a fair and balanced way. That's what I'm seeing here. And it's all because you decided to take a stance. Okay, I'm not settling anymore. I deserve more. Okay, so this is great to see. Spirit, is there any advice? Let's see if there's any advice for the collective. Any other advice the collective needs to see at this time? Any other advice the collective needs to see? Any other advice? I see the Six of Cups here. Six of Cups. The Hierophant, and then we have the World. I'm picking up on a strong commitment here. Some of you are connected to a Taurus, or you could be a Taurus. I have that energy here. But I see a higher level of commitment. Okay, higher level of commitment. Yeah, the Bull is standing out. I'm picking up on Taurus energy. So you definitely could be a Taurus at this time. At this time. Or you could be dealing with a Taurus at this time. Yeah. Or somebody who's just going to be there for you. Tell me about the Tower. And all of a sudden, everything just comes together. Everything is coming together perfectly. You don't have to force anything to happen. I feel like everything is just happening in divine timing. Everything is working exactly how it's supposed to. That's what Spirit is showing me in this reading. A lot of you that are watching this reading, like, if you decided to make a decision and stand on that, you're gonna notice how quickly your situation switches. Because like I was saying in the beginning of this reading, some of you are overdue for something that you've been praying for. And it's not that you don't deserve this, or it's not that Spirit is saying no to this, but you really had to go through a process of letting go of what doesn't align with what you really wanted. Okay, and so you're gonna start to see how just old things, old requests just start to be fulfilled right now. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this one here. I really do hope it was helpful. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support on this channel. I really do appreciate you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.